Greetings and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. My name is Lindsey Pogue. If you don't know me, I am a dystopian fantasy and historical fantasy author. I love to write survival fiction, and I create worlds that really knock you on your ass. I really love to write weather-ravaged worlds and put my characters through hell so they can get there happily ever after. So that's what I do. I've been writing for 12 years now, and I am working on my 30th book, and life is crazy, and I'm running a business and trying to be at all the places at once. So I figured, why not try and do something a little bit different? So that's what we're doing today. This is the first of what I hope will be many YouTube and video newsletters. Now, I have a lot to go through, so we're going to see what my dyslexic brain can keep up with, okay? Shall we get started? I do have a little notebook here so that I know what I'm doing and stay on track, because I like to ramble too, if you haven't been able to notice. So we're going to call this the April 2024 Rundown. I had a really hard time deciding what I wanted to talk about because I do a lot of things, and I don't know. Some things are important to me. Some things are important to you, the listeners, the readers, and some things you don't care at all. So we'll just see how this goes. Hopefully I pick some good stuff. Now, first and foremost, my book club moved to the Fable app. If you did not know, I have a book club. It is free for everybody to join. I created a book club called the Rogue Reader Book Club. I should probably back up and say my entire brand and community is based on the Rogue Readers. My last name is Pogue. I've always had this little running joke of Pogue gone rogue, because I'm always all over the place doing all these things. I never stay in my lane. I'm just like, not driving, but like, just, I like to do a lot of things. I'm always busy. I'm always working. I'm always just, juggling things. So Pogue gone rogue has always been like my running joke. And so my brand, my reader community, everything is very much now, you're all my roguelings, okay? So if you're along for the ride, welcome. Welcome to the crazy show. Now, my book club, we moved from my subscription community. Now you can still be a part of the subscription community and have the paid benefits, because we have some really cool things that we do, like we meet with guest authors and stuff like that to talk about the books that we've read and loved. But the book club itself is free for all listeners and readers, and I would love to have you. So we're over on the Fable app, and it's the Rogue Reader Book Club. Because I write and I run a business and do all the things, I hardly get to read anymore. But my list of what I need and want to read has not diminished. It just continues to grow like everyone else's. So every month I take a few of the options that are on my list, and readers vote on them, and we decide what we're going to read. It's actually pretty fun. So I would love to have you. I'll make sure I link to my book club below. And let's move on. This is a big announcement. You might remember a series called The Ending. Well, we are now at the 10-year mark. And so the other Lindsey and I guess we're both Lindsey, created a anniversary edition. There's a lot of really cool things in here. There's a lot of behind the scenes things. I'm not going to share them all with you here, but I just want you to know that's happening now. That is available this month. You can pre-order copies in my bookstore if you want them defaced, if you want them signed. You can also just order book plates if you want to get your copy on Amazon or another retailer. They are heavy and hefty. I mean, it's 600 pages of awesomeness. We have deleted scenes, we have character interviews, we have notes from our brainstorming back in the day. We have awesomeness. So again, if you've been around for a while, you might be really excited about this. So I will also link more information for that below. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so moving on. You may have heard me talking about Reading on the Rocks. It is a new little mini-series serial thing that I want to try for YouTube with my books that are not yet audiobooks. The reason why they're not audiobooks, there's a lot of reasons actually. One is audiobooks are very expensive to produce. at least to the quality that I have for my audiobooks. So some of them are not in audio, and I don't know if and when they will be. So I'm going to read them out loud, and I'm going to do my own little mini series serial about it. And I like make a sad face because, again, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm dyslexic, and that, among many other reasons, I do not enjoy reading out loud. So that's why we're calling this series Reading on the Rocks. It's going to be commentary, cocktails, and a little bit of cursing, I can promise you that. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to work this, because the drinking is the fun part, right? But I also can't, like, I have to plan it to when it works out with my schedule to be drinking, and then like doing this, and then not have a house full, and then not have interruptions, and not be drinking at 9:00 in the morning. So I haven't really quite figured out how I'm going to do that, and I will continue to keep you guys posted. I can promise you that I'm at least doing these two. If you have read and listened to the ending series, I'm going to be reading Day Zero. I will talk more about that later, another time. And I'm also going to be reading this is my little passion project, Cursed. It's a Medusa retelling. It's not available in bookstores. It's only available in my bookshop. And obviously not in audio yet. So there you go. That's where we're going to start. I will continue to keep you all posted on that. But for now, moving on. Lindsey's rambling again. Project updates. So I have 3 current projects that I'm working on. One is Skies of Fire, which is a contemporary survival post-apocalyptic adventure. It is in a new world that I created with an author friend. It is called The Surviving Earth Chronicles. Essentially, the Earth is crumbling, people are trying to survive, and my characters, as always, are struggling to survive, and I'm putting them through a lot, and it's really fun. And anyways, you can find out more. I'll link to that. Actually, no, I took it down. You can't really read anything right now on that, but because it is actually going through the production process now. It's written, it's drafted, it's with early readers to get initial feedback. It still needs to go to the editor, and then it'll eventually be coming out in fall sometime. However, I will say this. I am going to make it an audiobook, but I don't know when. So I will continue to keep you posted. It's going to be good. It's a really fun story, and it's a gut puncher. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a gut puncher. Also working on 2 Ruinland projects, but if you have only listened to my audiobooks on YouTube, you are not going to know what those are, because you probably haven't read them unless you bought them through Apple or Audible, because those are currently under contract and I cannot put them on YouTube. But I am working on 2 other installments for that series. Tides of Fate, which just dropped in my reader community, my Rogue reader community. You are welcome to join it. It's free. You just have to create an account and follow. And then I have a couple, the first couple chapters up there, I think, and then paid people get to read the rest as I write. But that is there. You're welcome to check it out. That is a prequel for my Ruinland series, and I am on the last half of the novel that I'm working for that. Same Ruinland's world, takes place in the Forgotten... Same Ruinland series, takes place in the Forgotten world. I don't know why I do this to myself. Born of Salt and Sea, and it is also a prequel, but it's a novel, and it's been really fun to write. It's like Victorian, dystopian, shipwrecked, all the fun things. So anyways, you can find out most of that information in my reader community, which again, I will link to below. And I think I'm just going to leave you with all that. Like, that's inundated information for you. But I will leave you with this. My guilty pleasures for this month. Top of my mind, Shogun. Okay, I say it like that just because when I watch the show, the guy says it that way, and it like makes me feel giddy inside. I have 1 episode left, and I am absolutely loving that show. I think it's beautiful and amazing, and I don't even mind the subtitles, which I'm not a huge fan of subtitles. Anyways, okay, so that started Fallout, put it on pause so I could, binge watch Shogun. Fallout's pretty fun. Never played the game, didn't know what to expect, but I do like how quirky it is, not gonna lie. And I will also say that I've been rocking out to a song. You guys are gonna probably be like, wait, what song is that? Especially depending on how old you are. I have been loving I Can See Clearly Now by, I don't want to say his name wrong, Jimmy Cliff. If you ever watch Cool Runnings, you would know. I only recently saw Cool Runnings, okay? So let's just be clear. I didn't know the song from that, but I guess that's the song. That's the movie that made it really popular. Absolutely love that song. I've been listening to it on my walks. I've been listening to it when I need to just feel better and get my vibration up and feel lighter. And it helps. Sometimes I even sing very badly to it. Okay, so we're going to call that a wrap on April's updates. Yeah, I hope I didn't waste too much of your time. I really wanted to find a way to connect with readers over here in this space in a way that I haven't yet, and know what's going on between audiobook releases. So depending on when you watch this, all of my audiobooks could be out already in audiobook. Maybe it's like 20 years in the future and you're just now watching this. Like, that's crazy. Anyways, I need to go. Until next time, happy reading, writing, listening adventures, everybody. Thanks for joining me.